Okay, y'all, let's talk about how to make money online. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen. If you have not hit that subscribe button, make sure you do so, because we're gonna be talking things travel, nomad adventures, and how to make money online. That's exactly what today's video is about. So I'm gonna give you 6 tips that you can actually implement today to make money online. Let's get into it. Okay, I took some notes just so I wouldn't miss anything, but just to give you a little backstory, I've been traveling abroad for the past 8 months, and the most common question I get is, girl, what do you do? Like, how are you making money? How are you able to sustain this travel life? Like, what's going on? And so this video is to answer that question, but to also give you tips in case you want to make money online too. All right, I'm gonna break it down as simply as I can. So let's just jump in, okay? Number 1, you absolutely need to identify the skill that you want to sell. All right, do a survey of yourself. What are you good at? What knowledge have you obtained? You will be so surprised the things that you think are ordinary that a lot of people can't even wrap their mind around. It could be something as simple as knitting. Do you know how to trade stocks? Do you know how to give good advice? Are you a great problem solver? Like, when I tell you, you can literally sell anything. You just have to figure out how to match that skill with someone else's problem. All right, so I want you to write this down, okay? What am I good at? What comes easy to me? What have I learned that I can teach others? And what have I accomplished that I can show or teach someone else? All right, start there. I guarantee you, you can come up with at least 10 things that you're great at. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, you need to identify how much it would cost to live the lifestyle that you want to live. This can help you put things into perspective big time. So if you go and you write out all the bills, financial commitments, all the responsibilities that you have that are financial, write all that out. If you gotta take away some stuff, add some stuff, do what you gotta do, but get yourself a list of things that you need to pay for to live the lifestyle that you want to live. Not the lifestyle you're currently living, the lifestyle that you want to live. All right, let's just base it at 10K. I think that's just easy to play with. If we know that you need to make $10,000 per month to sustain the lifestyle that you want to live, now you have a working number to work backwards from, right? Because you need paying clients and customers to run a business and make money online. So if we have our $10,000 and we know this is my lifestyle budget, cool, I got a number to work backwards from. Now we have a skill set that we can sell. We have a number to work backwards from. Now we need a problem to solve. Let's say you struggle with acne, right? And you learned a natural way to heal your own acne. You have great glowing skin. You are your own testimonial, okay? And so because you have solved your own problem, you have experience solving that problem, you have a unique way to solve the problem that maybe others don't, and there is a giant group of people who's like trying to figure it out on their own, but they can't. You got yourself something that you can offer. You can offer people a step-by-step guide or program to show people how to get rid of cystic acne naturally. Boom, right? It might not necessarily be something you've studied and got your PhD in, but you have life experience. That's your degree right there. People really don't care too much about how you did it. They just want to know that it works. And so if you can tell people how to get from step A to step Z, they can potentially become a client, okay? Now, obviously that's just one example, but this can apply to anything. Get it out of your mind that you have to have this like laundry list of degrees and certifications to be able to sell something to someone. No, you just need to be able to package it up in a nice offer with a great little bow, right? And so that's the next step. Number 4, you need an offer. All right, it's one thing to know how to get rid of cystic acne, but what are you offering to people? Are you offering them a 10-step skincare guide to help them get rid of acne naturally? Are you offering them skincare products? Are you offering them a coaching program to help them stay consistent with their diet so they can prevent acne from happening in the first place? Like, you have to understand what it is that you're offering people, because that's how you're going to market it. All right, so what is your offer? You need to combine step 1, that skill that you're going to monetize, with step 4, which is your irresistible offer. This needs to be a no-brainer. You should be able to go up to a stranger in the street who has the problem that you can solve and say, hey, I can solve your problem, because that person might not know me, but if their problem is deep enough, they might be like, okay, hold on, tell me more. Right? So that's where you start to get into your messaging and your marketing, because once you have your offer, now you can sell it. Now you can put it out there in front of people on a pretty platter and say, here you go, here's what I'm offering you. I know your problem, I know your pain points, I have the solution. I just need you to make a decision. And that is where step 5 comes in, and you absolutely need to have a target audience. All right, because you can have the most beautiful thing to sell in the world, but if you don't have nobody to sell it to, you don't have no clients. So let's think about how we can package up that offer in the way that's going to sell best to a specific audience. And when I say specific, I don't mean that lightly. The more specific you get, the easier it's going to be for you to identify how to communicate with the audience that's gonna buy from you. I'll give you an example. Before I took my business fully online, I was a personal trainer. I was training in person, and I quickly realized I do not want to continue to trade on my time for money. So I took the skill that I had, which was helping people overcome their struggles with food relationship issues, with body weight, and with consistency, right? And I packaged that up in an offer to give to people who were struggling with those specific issues, right? I wasn't training people who were training for the Olympics. I wasn't coaching people who were trying to gain weight. I was specifically targeting people who wanted to lose weight and people who were struggling with their food relationship. It got to the point that I got so specific that the fitness part went all together, and I ended up only focusing on people who were struggling with food relationship. And I was able to charge between $300 to $500 a month per client. I knew that I wanted to hit my 20K, 30K month goals, and so to work backwards from that, I said, you know what? How about I use social media to promote my offer to the people that need it the most? And that's exactly what I did. But it was strategic, right? Because I had that number goal. Remember, we're going back to 3. When you have a number goal, it makes your sales process so much easier, because now I can say, okay, if I want to hit my 10K goal, I can get 5 people to pay me $2,000, 10 people to pay me $1,000, 20 people to pay me $500, or 50 people to pay me $200. I could create a quick, easy opt-in for $20 and get 500 people to buy it, right? So there's so many ways that you can hit that number goal, but you have to identify which offer is gonna help you do that the easiest, all right? Take my advice. It's so much easier to get 10 people to say yes than it is to get 500 people to say yes. So when you're thinking about your offer, you're thinking about how much you're gonna charge, do not skimp on yourself. All right, this is probably one of the biggest things I see people get caught up in, and it's that, well, I don't wanna charge too much. I don't wanna come off salesy. What if people don't buy? I'm telling you right now, get rid of all of that, because that is going to hold you back more than anything. Okay, that is the number one thing. If you don't value what it is that you're selling, you have this mindset that, oh, people aren't gonna pay me, what if that's just too much? You have no idea what people are willing to pay you. And that's why your messaging is so important, because if you really can show people like, hey, I have your solution, I can fix your problem ASAP, people are willing to pay for it. All right, so do not sell yourself short. Now, we have our specific audience that we need to sell it to, right? Now we need a platform to sell it on. So in this technological age, there is absolutely no reason why you cannot make money online. There are so many ways to reach so many people. You just have to have the audacity to do it. And so, yes, find a platform to sell it on, but actually have the audacity to sell it. No, you're not gonna come off salesy. No one's gonna be thinking about you and what you're thinking, I promise you. So find the platform that your audience is on so that you can talk to them, sell it to them. And I'm not just talking about one time because you had a good idea. No, literally everything you need is right here. You don't need nothing else. You don't need a logo right now. You don't need a 10, 20 page business plan right now. Okay, yes, be working on that stuff in the background, but to actually make sales, that's all you need. All right, so my advice would be to pick the platform that your audience is on so that they can connect with you on that platform. And when you pick a platform where you know that's where your audience is, it's gonna be a lot easier to gather their attention and then gather their information, okay? So this is where we get into leads. This is the next tip. You need to gather people's information, because it's one thing when people are scrolling, and they run across something that they find interesting, great. But what's the next step for them? How are they going to be able to get into your atmosphere? How can you reach back out to them to say, hey, I saw you click this, I saw you commented that, let's set up a call, let me send you some more information, right? You need to create that connection on social media. So if you don't have some type of form or some way to collect their data, that would be my advice, is to create a form, something, right? Some type of way to communicate. It could be in the DMs, you could create a Google form, a Jot form, type form, it don't matter, all right? Just some way to exchange information. Do not spend all this time trying to do all the things you think you need to do, when all you need to do is say, hey, you got a problem, I got a solution, I know how to fix it, here's why, let's talk, here's my link, let's exchange information. I can't make it more simple than that. The main thing that I see people struggle with is action. You got all these ideas, all this strategy, all this chat GPT help, all of whatever, and then you don't take action. What you waiting on? What are you waiting on? You could take 5 minutes, 2 minutes to pick your phone up and tell people, but you have to get out of your own way. You gotta get out of your own head. You gotta stop overthinking. Stop overthinking, okay? It's not as hard as you're gonna make it. I promise you it's not. I'm gonna even say, if you wanna make an extra $1,000, $1,000 this week, just this week alone, let's think about what you can sell. I just need you to get on there, face the camera. Hey y'all, I'm doing something I ain't never done before, but I feel like I need to let the world know that I've been sitting on a secret. I know how to trade stocks. I know how to, I know how to grow hair. I know how to get rid of acne. I know how to blah, 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 blah. Like, whatever that is, get on there. We set our goal at 1,000, right? Our goal now is to have a price attached to whatever it is that we're gonna offer. So let's say if I'm gonna help someone with hair growth, maybe I came up with this 5-step formula to grow your hair, and it's bigger than product, okay? Because you gotta change your diet, you gotta do my 3-step method for hair growth, you gotta incorporate the products that I recommend, and you gotta drink all your water. Like, there's all these steps, right? And I'm gonna hold you accountable. We're gonna have weekly check-ins, right? We're gonna create a program around it. We're gonna do weekly check-ins so you can grow your hair, and we're gonna do this thing. It's gonna be $500 a month. And what's wrong with that? Because now I just need 2 people to pay me that. Okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get on this here camera and I'm gonna say, hey, listen, I grew my hair 20 inches. 20. And I have a proven method to do it. I'm gonna help you do the same thing. If you're interested, let me know. Link. Okay? Fill a link out. I got 20 people interested. 20. Are all of them gonna sign up? I don't know, maybe. But we gonna find out. So 20 people, I'm like, okay, so-and-so, follow up. Hey, so-and-so, I saw you were interested in my hair growth program. I would love to welcome you in. Let's set up a time to talk. We get on the phone, we get on the Zoom, we talk about it. I tell her, girl, Molly, get your hair together. It's gonna be $500. Are you ready? Visa or MasterCard? Some people are like, oh, I don't know if I can pay that much. I don't know, I didn't know it was gonna be that much. Okay, well, what I'm not gonna do is lower my price because it is worth that much. So what we could do is you come back another time, or we could do $275 every 2 weeks. How's that work? Simple, okay? This is the part where people get stuck, because then you're like, oh, I don't know. It's a lot of single moms who are struggling to pay rent, and I just don't know if I can charge that much, because what if, and what if people think that I'm a fraud and that my hair is fake and it's just genetics? Like, stop. Stop, okay? That is going to cost you big time. Get out of your head, get out of your head, get out of your head. All right, you sell the problem that you solve, you sell the solutions, right? And you find your client and you tell them about it. And the thing that's gonna stop you is you. That's it. The only thing. All right, last but not least, and this is for my people who are serious. Now, this is for my people who are doing it. The idea is running full force. You're excited, you're ready to take action, like you are doing it. You need some systems. Okay, you don't need this to get started, but you are going to need some systems, because this is how you're able to actually enjoy your free time. If you don't have systems in place to like collect those leads, to make money while you're asleep, you're going to be working harder, not smarter. And the name of the game is to work smart, right? So you want to make sure that you have some systems in place. And what I mean by systems is, if someone comments or DMs, or someone clicks on your website, they fill that form out, what's happening next, right? It's automatically happening. Somebody is automatically following up. There is a workflow, there is a pipeline, there is something that's automatically working like a well-oiled machine. That way, if I'm asleep and someone just so happens to find my YouTube channel, or they find my website, or whatever the case may be, they fill out some information, they're not waiting on me, Kristen, to wake up, respond to them, and now it's, you know how much stuff they probably got going on, they're probably gonna forget. Right, so that's how I make sure that I can keep the train rolling without me being the conductor all the time. Okay, so you want to make sure you have systems and automation in place. And if that's something you're interested in, I have a link below to the system that I use, the very exact system that I use with the landing pages. If you websites, I'm not saying you don't need a website, but I use landing pages, right? I use landing pages because I just need people to come, see what they're getting, put their info in. That's it, right? I don't need to build a 20-page website. You know, I can't tell you the last time I used my website. I just use landing pages, okay? I collect data. That data is then entered into my system, and now they are in my workflow. That is how I've been able to really grow. And so I use that same system, and I put the link below. Just check it out. It'll say online systems and automation. Check it below. It is the same exact system that I use. But if you don't have the things that I mentioned first, you're gonna need to get those things locked in, okay? Make sure you get those things locked in so that you can make money online too, because it's not as hard as you think. I wish I could sit here and say, here's the secret formula. There is no secret. There is no secret. It's literally that cut and dry. All right? Work on the steps that I mentioned here in this video. Put them into action and watch what happens. Watch what happens. You gotta sell. You gotta sell. You have to sell what it is that you offer. That is the main thing to focus on. If people don't know what you're selling, how they gonna buy it? Okay? All right. So I would love to know in the comments right now, what is it that you want to build a business around? Things that you thought, maybe I can make some money from this, maybe I could teach people this. You know, think about it. Think about it. Put in the comments. I'm gonna hold you accountable, okay? And if you need further help, I do one-on-one consultations to help you flush out these ideas and really help you pinpoint a strategy so you can start making money online too, because we should all be making money online at this point. That's just my opinion. So if you are in that boat, contact me. I'll put the link here below. And other than that, make sure y'all subscribe, and you can download my online business blueprint. That'll also help you. So there's plenty of options, and I'm here to help, and I'm here to support. But I will see y'all in the next video.